to my channel Learning with Khatak. Today we are going to present very important topic about string, that is how to pass a string to a function. As we discussed in the last two parts, that there are basically two type of string, that is C style string and string class string. And then in the part first, we look at how to declare the C style string and string class object. And string to the string class object, and in the second string we look at the input method, that how to input string with spaces, because C style string and string class object handling input string with the spaces differently. So in this case, now here in lecture third, we want to see that how we can pass a C style string and a string class string to a functions. For this purpose, what we have done here, that in main functions, first we will declare two string, that is C style string and string class, and then these input will be input the string will be input from the keyboard, and then we will call a functions, and at the end of main function, there we will define two functions, one for handling C style string and one for the string class. So let's start. Now look at this. This is two. I have declared two string, that is my string one, that is of type string class, and another is my string array, that is of type character array. So this is a string, and this is also a string. This string is basically a combination of character. This string is also a combination of character, but having a type of string class. So means sorry, we can declare a string using two ways, that is using a string class and then character array. So now I want to input the string from the user, that is input a string, get line cin my string. As we discussed in the last lecture, this get line is used to take input a string with the spaces and everything, that is special characters, special symbols, normal simple characters and spaces. And similarly, enter another string, that is cin.get. Cin.get my string 100, means I have declared a size of this character array is 100, means we can input any string within a limit or a size of 100. So now I'm going to call two functions, that is, look at this. Display string, I want to display the string input through the keyboard inside the function. That display string my string one, if you look at this, my string one is the string declared. If you look at this, my string is a string declared using a string class, and then my string 2 is using the C style string or character array. So if you look at the call method display string in one display string method, I'm passing a my string 1 and another my string 2. My string 1 is a C style string, is a string class, and my string 2 is basically the C style string. So and then I'm going to call the function. If you look at this, in the first case, I am passing a string class object, my string. So a user will input a string, and that string will be passed to that function. Here in this function, I declared a character array. So what does it mean? For example, we say that a user input a string, that welcome to programming. Now welcome to, here a user enter a string. After printing this message, a user entered welcome to programming. So welcome to programming will be stored in my string 1, and then when I pass a my string 1, means actually I am going to pass welcome to programming, that will be passed to that function. In this functions, here I am declared a character array. So means whatever the user passed here, that welcome to programming 1, this is basically, if you look at this, welcome to programming 1 combination of characters. So this combination of character will be stored inside this character array, and then we will simply display entered character as a. So means whatever the user entered will be displayed here. So for the second functions, if you look at this, this is the second function. Here I am passing my string 2. My string 2 is basically a C style string, and a C style string, how a C style string will be passed, that is why display string A and then display string, simply whatever the user passed to these functions will be simply displayed. If we look at the declarations of these function prototype, The first function, if you look at this, the first function void display string, that is I'm going to use character pointer operator and then void display string, then string. This is the declarations or prototype for the second function, and this is for the first function. So if we look at this now, keep in mind the first functions have the signature character, character and then static operator means pointer. So what actually we done here, that whenever a user passing this functions here like that string my string one, so that my string one will actually be passed the first starting address of the character array here and will place here. So when I am going to call or define this function, this is the definitions functions character a. So from declarations from prototype we know that a user pass the starting address of the starting character here in this case, while in this case the user passing the complete character, the complete string to the functions. So if I run this program now, look at this, enter a string, that is let's suppose welcome to programming, enter another string, hello world. So now display enter string is welcome to programming, and display entered character array is hello world. So first I entered display entered string, that is welcome to programming, and in the second case display entered character array is hello world. So if we look at this, this is display entered character and this is display string. So whenever you want to use a C style string, you must use the character array. Whenever you want to use the string class, you must use a simple string. So in this case, where I am passing my string to, that is means a simple string class object, this will be called, this argument will be passed to simple string, and this is the character array, this will be passed to that function. So this is very simple difference between passing a C style string and string class object to the functions. So in the next lecture we will show that what is the difference between size and size of and string length function, and what type of functions will be used with the C style string and what type of function will be used with the string class object. So wait for the next slide. Thank you very much.